Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the show. I am your host with the most. Hope that you're having a good day because I am definitely having a good one. So I hope that you are definitely having a good one. All right, so let's get into this evening's episode. This episode is going to bring us to where? Let's see. It's going to bring us to New York City. It's going to bring us to, well, I think it's Brooklyn, New York, Long Island. All right, whatever. But uh, let's get right into this. Let's get right into this story. All right. So, in this particular story, this story is a doctor convicted of child porn is arrested, okay, and rearrested on new federal porn charges. All right. Let's get yeah. I know. 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 I know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know. All right, let's get right into the story. We're gonna let Sarah AI take over, and as always, I'm gonna give my view and my opinion at the end of this. So, Sarah, do what you do. Hit it.
A doctor who pleaded guilty in 2011 to possessing child pornography and was ordered to pass lie detector tests to make sure he didn't do it again is facing new federal child porn charges. Federal investigators say they traced visits by a child porn website user to the IP address of a residence in Deer Park, Long Island where, they say, convicted sex offender Drive, Frank T. Pallaro lives alone. That was before he got arrested. Now he's inmate number 76157-053 at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, where the feds keep defendants until someone bails them out. Frank Pallaro MD was arrested in 2009 by federal agents from ICE and DHS working on a Texas case. He ultimately pled guilty to violating saving child porn on his Dell computer and was ordered to register as a sex offender, memorialized in court filings under his criminal and civil cases. Now, the FBI's Long Island Child Exploitation Task Force says they caught Pallaro with child porn again. In an affidavit unsealed this week, they say Pallaro told them he could not believe he was in this situation again when they showed up at his home with a search warrant in October. They left with his laptop. That affidavit, filed seeking a judge's warrant for Pallaro's arrest, says their forensics techs dug up thousands of child pornography images on that laptop. On page 3 of their affidavit, investigators say the illegal files were downloaded from 2017 through the date of the search. All this is deja vu for Pallaro. The LI cardiologist was a married father of 2 when he was arrested in 2007 by federal agents working for DHS and ICE. His first federal child porn case, USAV, Frank T. Pallaro, was prosecuted like now in the Eastern District of New York. Pallaro retained criminal defense lawyer Stephen Scaring to defend him. Meantime, his name was all over the news. Reporter Alex Costello covered his arrest in December 2, 2009 issue. SNCH doc arrested on child porn charges. On April 15, 2011, Pallaro pled guilty to count 4, a Class C felony for possession of 3 pornographic files depicting children, described in sordid detail in counts 1, 2 and 3, which were dismissed. When it came time to sentence Pallaro, the judge was in no rush. Months of adjournments ensued, extended by extension requests while lawyer Stephen Scaring negotiated ways to save his client's medical license and keep him out of jail. 4 years later, on April 18, 2016, a final judgment was signed. Included in the order, warnings. While on probation, Pallaro could not own a gun, could not be alone around children under 18, had to get therapy and take prescribed meds paid out of his own pocket, had to pay the court $100, had to register as a sex offender. But the convicted felon still kept his medical license. The NYS Health Department temporarily suspended him, but he could legally practice medicine if he followed all the rules. One rule, a polygraph. Officials ordered Pallaro to take lie detector tests every 6 months, beginning August 21, 2014, and every 6 months annually thereafter as an additional monitoring tool. Spelled out in a letter from the NYS Office of Professional Medical Conduct that can still be accessed on their website. Pallaro had to get evaluated for sex disorders at Behavioral Medicine Institute. They recommended he be chaperoned when treating patients and was permanently barred from treating patients 18 years old or younger. Jail time, none. Instead, Pallaro got community service. On Long Island, Patch reporter Scott Moore covered his sentencing for the April 17, 2013 issue, Community Service Possible for Babylon Doc Convicted of Child Porn. Newsday wrote about him on April 16, 2013, Babylon doctor convicted of child porn may do community service. His first child porn case. USAV, Frank T. Pallaro, in the Eastern District of New York, was over. But the lawyers weren't done yet. Medicaid put him on its excluded providers list, and February 9, 2015, based on his criminal conviction. So he retained a lawyer to fix that. A judge ordered Medicaid to review its decision to kick Pallaro out of the program. Meantime, NYS Department of Corrections designated Pallaro a Level 2 sex offender. Shown in official court filings. Dr. Pallaro's name, address, crime and picture would be plastered all over the NY sex offender website. He had no choice. The federal court ordered Pallaro to register as a sex offender in the final judgment. Evidently unhappy, Pallaro hired another lawyer and sued the government to get his status down to Level 1. Level 2 and 3 offenders are posted on the state website. Level 1 offenders are more anonymous. Pallaro's litigation delayed his sex offender status for years. Then, in a 2018 order, appellate justices William Mastro, John Leventhal, Betsy Bajos and Valerie Braithwaite Nelson reversed the NYS decision and ordered officials to designate Pallaro Level 1, not a Level 2. Their order explained what they were thinking. Level 2, said the judges, overassesses the defendant's dangerousness and risk of sexual recidivism. In other words, they didn't think Pallaro would ever do this again. Now it looks like they got that wrong. According to task force investigators, Pallaro did in fact do this again, describing him as a prolific downloader of child porn in court papers supporting the new criminal charges. The affidavit states that thousands of child pornography images were on Pallaro's laptop going back to 2017 through the date of the search. Divorced in 2012, the Level 1 sex offender, cardiologist moved to his Deer Park residence in 2016 according to investigators. The affidavit states Pallaro told them he stopped attending therapy, that he is interested in pictures of young girls, that he has sent sexual pictures of girls as young as 10 years old, that he traded child pornography images, and other self-incriminating statements. According to their affidavit, his Miranda rights were read to him. Still, he talked. Pallaro's new case was filed under SEAL standard procedure for federal criminal cases. For a reason, the task force says the case was kept secret from other predators. Criminals actively search for criminal affidavits and arrest warrants via the internet, if it was public. Pallaro's arrest would seriously jeopardize the investigation, including by giving the defendant an opportunity to flee from prosecution, destroy or tamper with evidence and change patterns of behavior. Pallaro continued to practice medicine in New York State pursuant to his community service requirement. His listing on findetopdoc.com shows he graduated in 1994 from Georgetown Medical School in Washington, D.C. There's nothing about his sex offender status or his criminal conviction. The Department of Justice has made no announcement about Pallaro yet. That might change soon.
Yeah, what can I say about this right now? What can I.
Wait, what?
Yes. This is one of them stories that, it's a mind blower. It's definitely a mind blower. All right, so, let me get into my view and my opinion about this. All right, yeah, but so before I do that, y'all already know what I'm gonna do real quick. Before I give you my view and my opinion, I'm gonna pay these bills real quick. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe, that like, and that notification button on your screen. It's a little thing to you, but it's a big thing to me, so I really do appreciate it. Also, check us out on Facebook where we post up motivational and inspirational content to help you through your day or through your week, however you take it, however you choose to take it. That's on you. All right, so let's get into this story. This story is about a doctor. This particular episode is about this doctor, and this doctor was convicted of child pornography. And what was the year? Can we bring up that year real quick? Can we bring up that year? Like in 2009. So this first began in 2009, and then it went on to it says 2011, 2013, 2000, well, 2012, but 2013, 2016, so on and so forth. And it like ends in like 2000 and through 2017. So 2009 through 2017, right? So we're talking about almost like a decade, close to a decade. Yeah, like a decade from 2009, I think, to 2007. What, like 2017, I guess, was the prosecution. But his reign went on for 5 years or better. Okay. All right. First and foremost, let's give the doctor Dummy Buzzer real quick. Yes, and let's also give which girl would we give the dummy buzzer to? Let's see. All right, we found it. DHS. Do it one more time. DHS. Okay, so the DHS is definitely going to get the dummy buzzer on this one because at the end of the day, I would say that they were one of the main factors are responsible for this. Also, yes, the NYC Health Department. Dummy buzzer. Now, the question we got to ask is this: how did this person, this doctor, okay, go through this whole entire situation? This is a situation that started again in what was it, 2007? No, 2009. So the first arrest was done by ICE in coordination with the DHS. Okay, so these people coordinated to make this arrest in 2009. Okay, this person was rearrested in 2011, then they're again rearrested in 2012, again rearrested in 2013, rearrested in 2016, and then finally rearrested in 2017. How many rearrests do you have to get for the same conviction before they declare you, you know,
Bruh.
yes, exactly,
Bruh.
declare you not rehabilitated because apparently this man was jailed, rehabilitated, and put in rehabilitation programs over and over and over again. But he admitted, something that he admitted in 2016, that this is something that he would repeat. But the parole board chose to release him, thinking that he would not repeat this same offense.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Bruh.
After this man confessed to the fact that if he was released, that he would repeat the same offense. If somebody is admitting to you that they are going to repeat the same offense, why would you release them? And the second and one of the most important questions that I have is this one: if this man was convicted, okay, why was he allowed to still work? Why was he still allowed to work as a doctor? And this is this, and what I would like to say is this: this is how our system is completely messed up. This is how the system, and I'm not talking about just in New York. I'm talking about the system uh, across the country. Because I'm not just talking about the New York. I'm talking about across the country. When it comes to sexual predators, okay, they have these different levels for them. Just like they do for almost hit it down. Sorry. Just like they do for criminal offenders. Now, some people are rated as violent criminal offenders. Some people are rated as non-violent criminal offenders. But they are still rated as an offender. Even when you enter the correctional facilities, you can be rated as hostile, non-hostile. Like, they really rate people on how likely they are to attack a CO. They really rate this. Now, what we need to understand is the rate that is done in the correctional facilities is also done in the court systems. It's done in the court systems. Now, I'm gonna try to put this up, but uh, there's a scale here. A scale. Like, how do sex offenders have a fucking scale?
Bruh.
How does that work? Because to me, all sex offenders, whether you deem them to do a violent sex offense or not, just doing a sexual offense in itself should be deemed violent.
Bruh.
Or as an act of violence.
Bruh.
I mean, I don't know I don't know what you think, but I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think it should be deemed as an act of violence because, I mean, come on, you are sitting there violating somebody's personal space and exposing yourself in their personal space, and that's what I'm saying. Because you still have these you have some of these pedophiles and stuff. I mean, this particular person is just on child porn, but to me, pedophilia is just pedophilia. It doesn't have a range. There's no range for these people. There's no range for them. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you like little girls, if you like watching pictures of little girls, which in this case, this person they like watching pictures of little girls and videos of little girls or something like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to all my listeners, I want to ask you this: what happens when they take action? What happens when they take action?
Bruh.
Is this not now considered a violent offense?
Message.
Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying now. Is this not considered? All right, to all my listeners, would you not consider this a violent offense? If some pedophile chooses to touch your daughter or act on the impulses that he has, he or she, because these pedophiles they come in both sexes.
Bruh.
So, I mean, to all my listeners, I just want to ask y'all, what do y'all think about that? Okay, so in a few seconds, this person just walked in. Actually, I have a special guest. They're going to tune in and dial in on this particular topic. We're going to get them hooked up real quick. We'll be with you in about 2 seconds. Check you out in a minute. All right, so we're fully connected right now. Yeah, we're connected. So I want to bring in my guest real quick. This person has been on here before. The voice of Joyce. Let's give it up for the voice of Joyce. Say what's up to the
Hello,
people.
hello.
All
What's
right,
up, everybody?
and she is going to weigh in on this situation. She just walked in. She's going to weigh in on this situation. She's heard this situation before. She's one of the people that brought it to my attention. But this doctor, this is what y'all gotta understand. This is in New York City. This is in Long Island. So when we talk about Long Island, we're talking about Long Island has one of the highest paid facilities in it as far as medical. Like if you want to get some Botox in New York, you're gonna go to Long Island. You're gonna hit Manhattan, or you're gonna hit Long Island. These are the two places. And this guy, pornography. So, I gave my view. I gave a bit of my view, and I gave a bit of my opinion on this particular topic. Hold on, let's give Joyce a horn real quick, and let's drop a bomb real quick for my finishing. Yeah. So that's my point, and that's my view on this. So now I want to ask Joyce. Now, from what you heard, this doctor has been convicted of child pornography, not once and not twice. But in this situation, he's being convicted of federal porn charges. Okay, so he's been observing little girls since we're gonna say
That's
around what
nasty.
2009, 2011. We are in 2023. That this guy has been viewing these things. I just because this man, I'm telling you, my mind is like,
Bruh.
it's messed up.
Mine's the same way.
Just
Listen,
give me just give me a taste of what you just think about this situation
I think it's an
in
epic.
general.
I think it's an epic failure on our system. Period. If he got caught the first time, and y'all just let him off with $100 fine, really? Can we get an epic failure for the system? Epic failure.
Let's drop a buzzer for the system.
But why? But my question is 2009. Why did it take it all the way to 2014 for him to get convicted? That's his lawyer's dumb self. Okay?
Okay. Before you continue, right quick to answer that question, and for some of the listeners, y'all might have that same exact question. If you do, y'all already know what to do. Hit me up in the comments. The reason for that in that it does explain, not in this particular one, but in another one that we got, but that it was a delay thing. That they were trying to delay the charges. So
they can drop it down to
yes, they were
a
trying to delay
misdemeanor.
it and then try to get it reduced to a lower charge. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, And that's a good question because at the same during that period, well, let me see, not during that period, but exactly a year after that, um, he messed up on his probation.
By admitting.
No, by not admitting, he failed to. I guess he failed to report or register. Well, he failed to register as a sex offender within his neighborhood, and that's something that he done on multiple times. Which they say in the story, he's done on multiple times. This is why I don't understand. Why was this guy not arrested? Why? Not even. Let me correct myself. Why was he not? Why was he given bail or allowed to get
Exactly.
out? Now, this is my question to you, because you are a parent. This is my question to you. Listening to this situation, you as a parent and having female children, what do you, because of this story, in your opinion, what do you now think of the system as far as it comes?
It fails.
No, wait. I want you to explain it in detail. I want you to give me your full opinion in detail. But what do you think of the system as far as it comes to dealing with child pornography? Because wow, and when I ask you that, I want you to just for a second visualize your child being going through this situation. Not even your child. This well, you can visualize your child or the child of somebody that you know being a victim of child pornography, and then uh, the evidence, all the evidence pointing to him being guilty, this person being guilty, and then they are released from jail. All right, go ahead, go. I'm gonna let you got the floor. Go. What do you think?
First of all, the system fails on that. Any video, pictures, any person that sits outside a school or a park watching little kids play and do all that needs to go to jail for 15 to life. Our youth is what is standing. Okay? I speak for all parents. If they get caught up in that, right? These people need to go to jail. Not the first, yes, the first time. Though, no bail. No bail at all.
No. What I'm
These are
asking you is
innocent,
this.
this is innocent children we're talking
I
about.
understand.
These sex offenders, pornography, videos, pictures, any Google, YouTube, MySpace,
and I
all
understand that.
that.
What I understand that. The
They
question I'm
all
asking you is,
need to go to jail.
yeah, no. The question I'm asking you is this, because I understand that, and you're expressing your views on that. What I'm trying to say is this: the question I'm asking is, what do you think of the system? The
It
system,
fails.
yeah, but
It needs
give me
to be
like in
updated.
more detail. Like, give me
Okay.
in more detail. So let me ask you this. Okay, you say the system failed. So give me in more detail. How did the system fail?
Okay.
No. Let me finish. How did the system fail these particular victims? And also, what do you think is the solution to helping these kids? All right, go ahead, shoot.
Okay. First of all, with the system, y'all need an update. Y'all really need to update the system. Y'all should have
But how?
a broadcast of where the website is of all parents
So you
to
think they
go
should have a
to.
broadcast system?
Yes.
An aware
Yes.
system. Okay. All right.
And have this broadcasted in schools, churches, places of residence. On top of parents, we have to update ourselves too.
But they do have a system. They do have
It's not updated. The last
So,
one that's been
so
that
what you're saying is
they have a
they need to.
website, but
So now,
it's from 2021. They
all right. So,
updated.
okay. So
We're in 2024.
let me correct this real quick. What you're not saying is they need to have a system. What you're saying is they need to update
Yes.
the system that they currently have. Okay, I'm just
Yes.
trying to straighten that
Every
out.
3 months they should have the update
Of
because
the
we
system of
yeah
sex offenders that okay, I agree with that. I think that's probably something that should be posted to maybe our congressman or senator. That's a good idea. What else you got?
okay. On top of that,
'Cause earlier you was talking different, man.
listen.
Yeah, earlier,
Listen,
ladies and to all my listeners,
I get
earlier she
offended
was
when I
getting
hear
heated.
these. I feel offended as a parent of this because I have numerous times where I had to correct other adults behind this about how things roll in the real world. Okay.
Hmm.
Second of all, instead of keep giving these people fines and community service and therapy, they should do more than 5 years on each picture, video, getting caught in a public space. If they're registered, they get double the time.
But do you think let me ask you this. Do you think that and I want to put this in the right word. Okay, do you think this cuz I just thought of something. Okay, so um in around 20, I believe it was 2014 between between 2014 and between 2017 in California, they was trying to push a law, I guess, a law to say that paraphernalia, like what is the what? Am I saying this wrong? Paraphernalia. Am I saying it wrong?
Everybody has his way.
This
Yeah.
the
Paraphernalia.
listen. Am I saying it wrong? Don't make fun of the way I talk. I don't know if I'm saying the word right, but such things as paraphernalia. And I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not, you already know what I'm talking about. Such things as having child porn, or in this case, having pictures of children and stuff like that. In California, during that time, they were trying to pass a law to where they were stating that this was not crime. Like liking a child is not a crime, okay? But it is actually a mental illness. Now, my question to you is this. My question to you and to all my listeners, because I want everybody, the questions that I'm asking Joyce, and I want to thank Joyce again for being here. Let's give her another round of applause for being here. I want to thank her for dropping by and tuning in. But this is the question I would ask. I want to ask you and both my listeners. Do you think child uh, porn or paraphernalia, having that type of porn or anything on somebody, do you think that this is a mental illness or should this be considered a crime? Because in California, and people, all my listeners, I want you to look. You can look this up. In California, they were actually trying to pass this as a mental condition, meaning that meaning if it was passed as a mental condition that you would not be criminally charged. So if you were infatuated with a 5-year old girl and you actually touched her or something, you couldn't be criminally prosecuted for it. But it was actually it would be declared a mental disease and you would be hospitalized for it. I know you. Yo, listen. I want to. No, wait. I'm finishing because I'm clearing up. Fair enough. I'm done. No, I'm done. I'm done. What do you think? What do you think? Like seriously, because you ready to bust that bubble.
Listen.
What do you think of that? Stay on topic. What do you
Okay.
think of it? Shoot. Go ahead.
Okay. If I like to have sex with a cat, am I wrong? But I could get arrested for that, right?
Yes, that would be considered what the animal abuse?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that holds jail time.
Yeah, but
Oh wait,
they
hold on. Let me. That's the same
you
thing
got the floor.
I say about this pornography, this fetish.
Child
That's what I
pornography.
call it, a fetish, right?
So you calling it
I
fetish?
call it.
They
I
trying
call.
to call it
I,
mental
I
disability.
call
So
it.
you
I
think a
call.
fetish is a mental
It's just like
disability?
somebody having a foot fetish.
So you
And
saying
I
if
see it as a foot, but
That's
it's a
what I'm
problem.
ask-
It's a problem.
that's what
It's
I'm
a
asking.
problem.
That's
It
what
is
I'm
a
asking.
problem. Listen,
That's what I'm asking you. Do
it's a
you
problem.
so you
It is
saying the
not.
fet
It's not a mental disease.
Wait.
It's a problem.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a problem. Okay. What is wrong with you? That's my thing. California, if you was ever thinking about passing this as a mental disease, something is mentally wrong with y'all. Because this is not a mental disease. Okay?
Bruh.
This system has failed our own people trying to pass certain things off as a mental disease. Stop it.
Bruh.
Stop it.
Bruh.
These people need to go to jail. They need their own housing. I'm telling you, they need their own housing in the fucking mountains. Excuse my French.
They
Excuse
do
me.
have their own housing.
No.
It's called jail. Cell Block C.
Listen, have fun with Bubba or Mike and Tony. But listen, if they do, I'm saying if they do get released after doing 7 years, 25 years, they should have their own housing away from schools, away from parks, away from everybody. You know how much land is out there? Send them in Albany. Send them.
Can I touch on that real quick?
Send them to South Carolina, North Carolina, Dakota, Georgia.
Yeah,
Send them
that's true.
away from where you.
But they're not going to do that.
No, they have these buildings around the school area. If it's 10 miles away from the school, they're okay. No, it is not okay.
But they have
miles,
they call half houses.
10 miles is what? 7, 8 blocks?
So you think they should extend them out?
I think they should go to Mars. Send these people to Jupiter. Like, send them away from us. Because there's seriously a problem with them.
Bruh.
I don't like it. And if any parent has a problem with what I said, right? I had to G-check police for looking at little kids the wrong way.
Listen, if you have a problem with what she said, hit us up in the comments. Listen, don't listen.
Bruh.
Don't come after me.
Listen, I stand with.
Don't come after me. If you recognize me,
Bruh.
don't come after me talking
Listen.
about you. Where was that guest that you had on your?
Bruh.
Nah.
Listen.
Bruh.
Have a problem with yourself because you got to think about it. You got to think about it. How many reports have you heard in your own neighborhood from your own people telling you?
Of things like this happening. Yeah,
Exactly.
Bruh.
You hear this all the time. And it's not okay. It is not. I don't like it. I don't know what y'all think about it, but I just don't like it. Send them in a rocket to the outer space. Send them on a desert island. You got these superstars buying up these islands. Build a housing over there. Bye. Put them on a volcano. Bye. There's something wrong. And for the system, DHS, ICE, for real? For real? And you gave him his medical license? For real?
Bruh.
Who gave you your license? Who gave you your medical? For real?
That's true.
Listen,
I don't mean to cut you off, but
I
I
have a
gotta cut you
problem.
off.
I have a problem with male doctors for children. I really do. Why would
Oh,
you? Why would you be a full grown guy working with little children?
and I want you to
D-
hold that. Wait. Stop.
Just think
Stop.
about it. Just think about it, and I'll leave
Wait,
my comment as that.
wait, wait. I want you to, yeah, because I want you to hold that. Because I want you to save that for another episode that we are doing about that. The same sex doctors with children. I want to blow it up. You know what I mean? But that's for another episode. All
But
right, listen.
but this is the same topic. He's a doctor. He used to work with children.
Yes, but he
That,
worked with
that's the whole point.
he worked with different sexes, and you got to understand at that time, and that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to get too much into it because I want to save it for another episode. But that is something uh, that was up for discussion about the same sex doctors. But during some of these times that during some of the years that it has been reported, this is during the time of COVID and a doctor shortage. So during the doctor shortage, they're going to take any examiners and any physicians, and a lot of physicians like himself will take um, what's the word I'm looking for? Will take
Pediatric?
no, will take abuse of that. That they'll use it.
Exactly.
They'll use it. They'll use it. All right.
Listen, I
Um,
have a problem with any child. No,
we're
the
gonna
youth
say
is
that.
limit.
We're gonna say that for another show. All right, folks. Let's get up out of here.
Yeah.
I wanna thank my guest for dropping in. Can we give the voice of Joyce? Let's give her another round of applause. Let's give her a round of applause for dropping in. I also want to thank her for giving her view and her opinion. All right. So my final thought on this matter is this: uh, this doctor should have never been released in the first place after being convicted of this crime. This doctor should have never been allowed to work after being convicted of this crime. Okay, so all my listeners, comment in. Y'all know what to do. But I really want y'all to comment in. Let me know, what do you really think of this situation? Do you think this doctor got what he deserved? Or do you think this doctor is going to be released again? Because, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, and I know some of my listeners, they're probably looking for a comment on this. But at the end of the day, he still might get out. He still might get out. This man can be released. Listen to this. If he's good in jail, right? He can be released again. Now, this is somebody who was jailed, okay? And this is why I say our jail system, and I did a story on this. If you check one of my earlier stories, I did a story on this of why our jail systems across the country do not work. Do not work for rehabilitating people like this. Because this is somebody who is not, what would we call him? This is a serial offender. You know what I'm saying? This is a serial offender.
bruh,
Yes, a serial offender. Like a serial murder. This is somebody, regardless if you let them out or keep them in, they are going to repeat this same crime over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Y'all let me know what you think. Again, um, as always, let's get up out of here. As always, I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I so appreciate that. I also want to thank my guests for tuning in and dropping by. Um, they could have been anywhere else in the world, but they are here with me, and I so thank them. I so appreciate them for coming by. Also, stay blessed and not stressed. Until next episode, to all my listeners, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Until next episode, peace out. I'll see y'all later.